slippers, gotta pre-avoid the whispers. Re-enlighten with new fixtures, got a bird's eye view. HD is rather crystal clear. Shot the heart and the art starts to shoot like pistols. Many blessed to be here, cause the shots hit tissue. Somebody's taking losses, but for me, no issue. Check the stripes each time, I am so damn official. Never chicken, but I know just how to fry the gristle. If you're feeling what I'm saying, then this shoe will perfect fit you. Bad president here, don't let the shoe hit you. Find some relevance now, or the world will miss you. Many won't understand, but the God do get you. Shadow boxing with myself, why not nobody else? Cause ain't nobody more truer than myself. Ain't selling out me just to be on the shelf. Common sense, just see why we all acting deaf.
Yo, what up? I'm Samson. This is another episode of Lyrical Arts Radio. Let's talk about the Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan situation going on. And as a fan of the Chicago Bulls, it's near and dear to my heart. So we're going to get into it. For sure. Yo, what's good? What's good? So I know if you've been watching the sports world and everything going on, you've been seeing all the shit Scottie Pippen been talking about Michael Jordan. I have a few different things that I think about that, in my own opinion. You know, our boy Scottie is trying to sell some books and trying to sell some drinks. He does have his legitimate gripes about the topic that are out there, but for him to say that, you know, Michael is all bad, he was a horrible player, all that other stuff he's been saying, that's wrong. But I'm a fan, a hardcore fan, saying that if it wasn't for Scottie being there, we wouldn't have the rings we have. Yo, so if you ain't up on what's going on right now, right? Jordan kind of released a documentary with the Bulls called The Last Dance. In The Last Dance, Jordan didn't speak so highly of everybody on the team all the time. So it's a problem. It ended up, a lot of team members actually had a problem. It ended up coming out with their own tell-all books and interviews and stuff like that afterwards in response to what was said. So after this whole Netflix documentary dropped, right, like I said, Scottie had something to say about it. He was even in the documentary saying what he felt. A lot of the time, they ended up seeing what was going on afterwards. So a lot of people had something to say in response to what they had already recorded. So basically, you know, Scottie and the rest of the team's gripes are that it wasn't just Jordan putting in the work to get the championships. And me as a fan, I agree, because there was plays that even though you might have hit a shot, Scottie was there on defense to clean up things and make sure the other team didn't score. There were so many things that they did as a team together. And what I really, really think, right, if they would have gave them a better look in that documentary as far as a team, we wouldn't be having these problems. I remember, too, Jordan didn't edit the documentary. He said what he said. The team also had chances to say what they said about when they were playing as a team all those different years. We watched it. We lived it. Some of us lived it. The ones that didn't are really looking at this in a crazy way. Like, okay, why are these two NBA greats that were on the same team going back and forth, beefing with each other, right? Then you got another side of the whole game as far as social media and their sons. That's a whole nother thing I ain't even talked about yet. So, when you look at the underlying issues as far as The Last Dance, the personal gripes they have with each other, as far as what kind of work they've put into the game and into the team to be able to get these championship rings. Some people feel kind of salty. Scottie's been throwing shots low key, like, hey, LeBron is the best. He's better than Jordan. He's been going on ESPN saying a lot of that stuff for a very long time now. And, that everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Scottie has been there to put up 40 points right along with Jordan. Same team. He's been there to rebound and score and play defense. Now look, anybody that knows me, they know I have a Scottie Pippen jersey. I have a Michael Jordan jersey. I have all the fucking memorabilia and shit because that's my squad, right? The problem that we have is that, we have one player talking to another player that didn't carry the team as much as the other. The issue in The Last Dance is when they spoke up on the last play that was drawn up for Tony Kukoc to shoot the last shot, and Scottie didn't come out and play with the rest of the team like he should have. It was a whole issue. He threw chairs and all this other shit. He pouted, basically. Scottie, you was pouting, bro. And this is no diss to Scottie and the rest of the team. We got there to the Eastern Conference Finals, got to second rounds, all that kind of stuff. Couldn't get there, right? I say this to say this. I say that to say this. The same way like Jordan couldn't get there without Scottie, Scottie couldn't get there without Jordan. And they both had a pretty good squad around them, serviceable enough to be able to accomplish getting to the playoffs, getting the defensive stops they needed, getting the offense they needed done. They had the coaching, but they didn't always have the two in tandem. When they did, it was good. The evidence is there. Yeah, really, my whole point is, together they won. Separate, they didn't. On both sides. So before Jordan had Scottie come into the team with Horace Grant, the rest of the guys at that time, Jordan really wasn't winning. When Jordan left for a moment, Scottie had the team, and he had everybody that he had in place. He wasn't winning. Then because everybody felt some kind of way afterwards, right? When they all left each other, when they both went to different teams, nobody won. Nobody won. And they all said it in the documentary. If they stayed together, they could have gotten to 10 championships. Easy. Easy. They would have. Plus, with the addition of Rodman and other key players that they had on the team, they kept it rolling. They went, 72-10? Who did that? It took a player that was on that same 72-10 season to be able to coach his team to a better season record than that. of that team. And you know the way that they'll tell the story is that it was only about Jordan, and Jordan did all this stuff. He did do a lot of different stuff, but it wasn't only about Jordan. And if it wasn't for these other players that were part of the team, it wouldn't have been the same. Just wouldn't have been the same. So by the time Jordan had gotten Scottie Pippen and everybody else, they changed that whole Jordan era. As far as, Jordan being in the league, being a younger player, taking some horrible shots, taking some bad passes, or throwing some bad passes, choosing some bad plays, that happens. Yeah, that happens on all sides, right? Scottie did the same thing. He did it in the beginning of his career. And then I've seen him do some horrible shit when he was, mid-career, towards the end of his career, too, with the Rockets. That shit was horrible. It was just a lot of different bullshit was going on. But it could have been different, like I said, right? Team chemistry. And if you really look at the whole fucking thing, dog, look back at The Last Dance. Everybody should be pissed off at Phil Jackson. They shouldn't be pissed off at each other. They should be pissed off at Phil Jackson for, being a stubborn motherfucker and saying it's going to be the last dance and then plotting to take a new job. And a true fan and student of the game recognized the play as it went down. So we was like, yo, come on, really? Okay. They could have worked that shit out in Chicago, but they didn't want to. Then The Last Dance revealed they didn't want to at all. Then the owner said they could have, he would have. Who didn't want to get money? Yeah, she out there being extra, making him do extra. Now he's out there clout chasing, doing whatever he's doing, talking whatever he's talking about, lashing out because he's also got hurt inside because of all of that, even though he's not saying that. It's apparent. He really doesn't have a reason to be jealous of Jordan. They have, the same amount of rings, right? And being a person that's gotten championship memorabilia from Scottie Pippen, I don't know why he's even wilding out like that, because he's usually a good guy. He's actually one of the cool guys in the NBA. People wouldn't have no problem with Scottie like that. There is some stuff where it's a problem, Barkley, and, back then the game was a little bit rougher that you guys have to deal with, or what you guys see right now. So people were more competitive and more aggressive. So this is what you're seeing right now with the tit for tat between him and Jordan. But they a little too old for that shit right now, ain't they? They need to chill. Go ahead and smoke a cigar and drink some drink and chill on that shit. And like I said, they all should look at it like, damn, we all got tricked by fucking Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson. That's the reason. That's the reason all this shit's going on right now. So, y'all can go back and forth for beefing and shit like that, but there's a catalyst to the whole issue, and it's Phil. But yeah, also Scottie keeps on messing with things, fucking with shit, making it hard to even function as a team. He's a Hall of Fame player. He should be acting real different right now. It shouldn't be the vibe with Scottie, but he's got his feelings. It's understandable, right? He's entitled to that. I do know one thing, though. As much as I wish to be an NBA fucking player, I can't understand why, when you get to that point in situation, everything should be cool and you're just playing the game now. Why is it problems? Why do these guys have so many problems? You got Sean Kemp out there shooting. Motherfuckers, you got Ja Morant out there with the Heat. You got Pippen out here tripping. You got the NBA giving the gifts of, accomplishing different awards and tasks, accomplishments and stuff like that for LeBron. But you don't see Kareem out here tripping like that. You don't see him out here being a jealous man, hating like that. Crazy and talking that shit. Why? He knows what's going on. He understands. So I'll leave you with this note. I think Scottie needs to act more like Kareem and be humble. Be a champion. Hold your rings up high. You feel me? Because this is a squad that, did some way special things. So don't hate on that and don't taint that. You know what I mean? I'm Samson. I'm out. Peace. That's what I think about it all. That's what Samson says. Hashtag Samson says. So, I'm going to close it out. Tell me what you think. Drop a comment. Leave a comment. Leave a note. We might even drop it on the show. All that good shit. Make sure you check out Lyrical Arts Radio everywhere and follow Lyrical Arts Radio everywhere you go. Because everywhere you go, I'll be right behind you. Free media, free minds, Lyrical Arts Radio.